Hey guys, Kelly here with the Pier, and welcome back to Reggae Radar. Today we're on site at Lionheart Music Festival in beautiful Paradise Lake, New Jersey, and we will be sitting down to talk with local legends, Sensamotion.
There's a light, a spark that glows both day and night, a force that drives us all to be the best that we can truly see. But often we forget to look.
Hey guys, today we're here with Sensamotion's own Art Wavel. Thank you for being here. So, for anyone who doesn't know Sensamotion, give me a little bit of your backstory as a band.
Yeah, so we are a kind of like a modern reggae band based out of New Jersey, and we've been around the block quite a few times. About 15 years or so the band has been together now, but
That's a long time.
Yeah, I haven't been a part of the band for all 15 years, but I kind of got shooed in probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and we kind of got this project off the ground to where it is today, and we're just
That's awesome. So before you joined Sensamotion, what was your musical background?
So I started pretty young. I played in orchestra and band back in elementary school. So like 3rd and 4th grade, I was kind of introduced to it. And my mom is also a guitar player, so
super cool.
Yeah, I have a rich history of music in my family. It was kind of easy for me to kind of navigate into that life when I was young. So I started guitar lessons around 9 or 10, and then kind of got distracted in high school and middle school, and kind of eased back into it around 2013 time when I wanted to start playing in bands, and it kind of led me to where I am today.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sure Sensamotion's so happy to have you.
They better be.
For anyone who hasn't listened to Sensamotion, how would you describe Sensamotion's sound?
So I would say, I'm melody driven, soothing vocals, but heavy drums and bass, to keep it driving. And we like to play with space and atmosphere a lot. That's pretty important. We like setting a whole vibe.
All right. So you have had a changing lineup over the year with Fortunate Youth stealing your horns and Aurora Wave stealing your founding bass player, Ray.
Yeah. And
Mike Rosarino played with you for a while, and Nate stole him as well. So who's the existing lineup right now?
So right now we have Mike. He's original drummer. And then we actually have Dylan on bass right now, who was the original rhythm guitar player. Then myself, and then we have our buddy Leighton, who also played in the Destinators.
Start off with a bang, opening as the only opening band for Stick Figures headlining shows in San Francisco. How did that happen?
Honestly, Scott has just been a big supporter and mentor over the past few years. Our drummer Mike and our old bass player Ray actually ran into Scott up in Acadia State Park, I believe. Yeah, it was Acadia State Park. And they kind of reconnected a little bit because Sensamotion had played with Stick Figure way back in the day, I believe at the Saint in Asbury Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a tiny place.
Yeah. So yeah, Stick was playing at the Saint, Sensamotion played with them. So the connection was there already. And then he heard some new music of ours, and it kind of developed into this relationship we have with him now. And he's just kind of been a big supporter and trying to push us out there. And yeah, we love you, Scott, if you're listening to this.
That is a good supporter to have. If you could pick anyone,
I know.
That's the one.
He's the guy.
So this past spring, you were on tour with the Algorithm Boys.
Yeah.
You'll be supporting them this summer along with Soja. That's an exciting tour. Tell us about that.
I mean, it's a huge opportunity for us, and we're really excited and grateful for those opportunities. We love those guys. They're like such a good hang, and like the vibes feel real good with them. So we couldn't be more excited. It's coming up.
It is
coming
very
up
soon. You guys have to check it out.
Yeah.
And while you were down in Florida, you had your first Sugar Shack session.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about that experience.
Well, I cannot speak highly enough about all the staff at Sugar Shack. They really just give you a unique experience, and we felt very loved and cared after there. And everyone that came after, it was just such an experience. If you haven't been to one, I would. You definitely.
I have not, but it's on my list.
Yeah, it's on the list. If it's not, if any of you, if you haven't been, definitely go down. Especially they're opening that venue down there too now, so they're crushing it. They got everything on lock for sure.
All right, so I hear you are working on some new music.
Yeah.
So let's hear about that. Leighton, is he going to be part of writing or just a touring member?
Yeah, Leighton's been helping a little with writing. We actually have a song that could potentially have Leighton on it. No, he will be on one of our songs on our full length that we're working on right now. Hoping to have it out sometime at the beginning of next year.
All right.
Yeah, so we're just kind of finalizing some things, and we're going to be pushing hard, especially after all these opportunities that we've been given. We feel fortunate to be able to pair it with some new music.
Yeah. You have had a lot of great opportunities this year. So for anyone who doesn't know Sensamotion, let's do some quick fun facts so the fans can get to know you. Okay. So who are your musical influences? It's a hard question.
That's tough.
You can narrow it down to just a few.
I mean, I'm kind of all over the board, I mean, I grew up listening to Jack Johnson, and I kind of learned guitar, playing a lot of his songs, but I'm also big into Dave Matthews. That's kind of the realm that I'm living in right now. But I also like Bon Iver a lot, and I'm kind of all over the board. I feel like.
All right. Yeah. So if we were to open up your playlist right now, what would we see?
Well, we were just in Texas, so I have a lot of George Strait and stuff. And
oh, you're into country.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do delve into the country, and I subject all of my band members to it as well.
Do they complain?
I don't know. I think Mike, our drummer, is always sleeping, so he's got nothing to complain about. No, I mean, I do a lot of the driving, so with that comes the privilege of controlling the radio. So.
That's a good privilege. I like that one myself.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, you are taking off, and you're obviously going to have a very successful career. But if you weren't a musician, what would you want to be doing?
For me, I don't know if it's ADHD related, but I kind of hobby switch. That's what me and my girlfriend call it. I have a lot of different interests. I could see myself, doing something space related, like being an astrophysicist if I wanted to, or I could also see myself being a truck driver. I don't know. I don't really. I think for me, it's just wherever I can find joy. That's what's important for me, and I think there's a lot of places to find joy in the mundane things. So.
Surprise special guest, founding member of Sensamotion, Mike Crossan. Welcome.
Stoked to be here.
So it's been a long journey for Sensamotion. You're one of the only original members. Sensamotion's been a long journey. So what's been your motivation to keep Sensamotion going?
I just have to say this has been a passion of ours since the beginning. I mean, we've been doing it heads down for so long, day in and day out. I couldn't see us giving up to be an option, but finding Art was a huge weightlifting opportunity to have him come and help us. So having that be a possibility, and we did a summer run with Art, just doing local stuff, and it just felt really right. So once we felt that, we just kind of put it down.
All right.
Yeah.
So after this long journey, you've had a really big year. How are you feeling about where you're at now?
Good. Yeah, I feel good. I feel like we're finally getting like the opportunities we want to see, and just gets us more amped, more excited, more fired. Just keep on putting in. It's like the gasoline to the fuel. You know what I mean? It's just so we're amped.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Tell everyone where they can follow you and catch all your tour dates.
Okay. Yeah. You can follow us at Sensamotion on all social media platforms. And you can check us out on sensamotion.com, where you can find all of our tour dates and buy tickets to a city near you.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
See the good